You know, this is going to be the best bridal shower I've ever had. And believe me, I've had a few.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear about the rest of them, honey, but this is going to be the best one.
Yes,
sure.
it is, because you're going to be here, my sweet, my love. My darling.
Budgie. You know, actually, this is the first for me to give a bridal shower for a bride and a groom.
Yes, well, we don't do things conventionally, do we, sweetie, huh?
Oh, no, we don't. Never. Renee, do you see why I'm in love with this guy? I mean, you're just so wonderful, Kate. He knows what's important. Parties are important. And so what if a few wedding bills came in today? I mean, it's not going to spoil his mood, is it? No, no.
What wedding bells are you talking about, honey?
Oh, well, just one or two that, actually 6 or 9 or 10. Renee, I'd love to talk to you about that guest list.
Sure,
Could you join me, please?
Oh, well, that's a few bills, right? I mean, when a man's in love, all that counts is Tina. Oh, my God!
I think it's time for you to leave.
I'm not going to go anywhere until you explain that last remark. What kind of proof have you got?
I had such an interesting telephone call earlier today from the Charlottesville hospital. Seems Ethel Crawford is coming out of her coma. And seeing as how you tried to kill her, I have a feeling she's going to be a very changed woman. More than willing to tell us whatever we want to know about what you did to my father before he died.
So that's it. You're right. It's time for me to go. Hello, this is Dorian. No, don't talk, just listen. I've got to see you. No, now. I'm in deep trouble.
Cassie, I wanted this adoption to go through. You have to believe that. I wasn't encouraging Beth to do anything. And when I committed to this adoption, I committed to it 100%. Honey, you know that. You know that.
I don't know anything anymore, Andrew. Only that I will do anything it takes to keep my baby. I'll die before I let them take him. You better believe me.
All right. Oh, my God, who is this? Who is it?
My name's Vince Delaney. I'm from Children's Services.
You get rid of him.
I've come for the baby.
No, you get rid of him.
Cassie, I can't get rid of him.
Andrew, you say you care. You say you want to do something. Do it now. No matter what, I am not giving up my baby.
Carpenter.
Andrew.
Cassie,
Andrew, I won't let them take my
Cassie,
baby.
I want you to go into the other room. Please, just
Andrew.
trust me, and go into the other room. All right, just deal with William, and I'll deal with him. Yes, Mr.
Delaney.
Delaney, all right.
Department of Children's Services.
Right, they said someone was going to come over, but I thought Faith Campbell was going to call first.
Sorry, she must have gotten bogged down. As soon as the birth mother informed us that she had changed her mind about giving up her rights to the child,
Right, look, I understand, Mr. Delaney, that you have certain obligations under the law, but I'm sure that you also have compassion for our situation.
Of course I do.
All right, so is it possible that we can take care of all this tomorrow? Just to give my wife and me a little bit of time to say a proper goodbye to this baby.
I'm sorry. It's out of my hands. The baby is a ward of the court, pending judgment on the mother's competence. You and Mrs. Carpenter have no legal right to keep the baby.
All right, okay. Look, I'm sorry. Please come in out of the cold and we'll talk this over. Cassie, honey. This is Mr. Delaney from Children's Services.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Carpenter. If there were some way that I could bend the law...
I don't care about the law. Andrew, you tell him that.
Cassie, Mr. Delaney, this is what we need to know from you right now. We need to know if there's anything that you can do whatsoever to help us.
No.
Honey, listen to me. We can't shoot the messenger here. We're going to have to fight this out in the court, and we will, but there's just nothing that we can do right now.
Now, Andrew, you are wrong. There is something we can do now.
Thanks, Renee.
Yep. Mwah. See ya.
Bye. Oh, Kane, that Renee is so sweet. I add a dozen more guests to the shower. She doesn't even flinch. She says the more, the merrier.
Words to live by. I'll remember them at the shelter.
Shelter? What shelter, dear?
Oh, the shelter I'll be living in after they repossess everything we own, Tina.
Kane, this is our wedding. Don't you want to splurge?
Yeah, honey, splurge, yeah, but this
Now,
is...
what happened to that Kane Rogan attitude that I love so much? That little I can do anything, I can beat anything grin. Let me see it, let me see it. What happened to it, Kane?
Well, actually, I had to hawk it so I could buy this.
What's this?
Well, let's, call it an article of faith. A wedding gift for my bride-to-be.
Kane, you just told me that you were broke.
Yeah, and this is the baby that broke me. Come on, open it.
Oh, Kane.
Well, now you see why we have to, drop these 16 hot air balloons. You're not disappointed, are you?
Kane, you are insane.
Mwah.
Oh, you have no job, you have no money, you have no prospects of any employment, and yet you find me this necklace. Oh,
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw it in the jewelry case, and I just had to see it around your lovely, beautiful neck.
All right, let's go home.
Yeah. Oh, I can't right now, honey.
Kane, don't you want to see me model the necklace properly? Or should I say, improperly? Get it?
Yeah. Tell you what,
Yeah.
you go home,
Uh-huh.
take off your clothes, put on a necklace, and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Kane, what, I'm supposed to wait there for you naked? Come on, what is more important?
Sweetheart,
than
now you
and me
said
being
you love
together
all of me,
in
right?
bed? Yes.
Even the secrets. So now, scoot. Go. Go.
Do you really think that Dorian would try and get at Ethel Crawford a second time?
Well, maybe not to kill her, but she will certainly threaten her. She'll do everything in her power to silence the woman. We have to be on the next plane to Charlottesville.
Oh, Sloan, I can't go today.
Vicky, it's a race between us and Dorian. If Dorian gets to Crawford first...
I realize what's at stake, but... Look, today is Tina's wedding shower, and... I mean, I realize that's something I could probably miss, but... the point is that I really shouldn't... See, Clint...
Clint?
Yes, Clint. He was here earlier. Jessica is having real problems at school, and he was here to talk about that. And he suggested that I might be part of her problem. That in my determination to get Dorian, I seem to be neglecting everybody else that I care about, including my family.
Well, darling, there's no real need for you to be in Charlottesville. It doesn't take both of us to get a statement from Crawford and a deposition.
Well, I know. I just hate to ask you to do something that I should be doing.
Don't you know by now I love to play hero? And if I come back with that proof that we need that Dorian murdered your father, I'll expect an endless display of affection and gratitude, that's all.
If you come back with proof that Dorian killed my father, you will get everything that's coming to you.
I'm going.
This is serious, Chet. Everything that I've worked for, everything that matters to me, my daughter, my reputation is at stake.
Okay, Dorian, give me the details. We'll settle out of court.
This is not some petty libel suit. I'm about to be charged for murder.
Mr. Delaney, would it be possible for me to please have a moment alone with my wife?
Reverend Carpenter. All right. But the more that you delay this...
I understand, sir. I really do. Please, you consider my office. It's right around the corner there, through that door. Thank you, Mr. Delaney. Cassie, listen to me now. I know you want to keep William. So do I, honey. But the last thing we want to do right now is circumvent the law.
Oh, Andrew, I don't care about that. We can't let them take our baby away. away from us.
Sweetheart, you heard the man, all right? It's in the hands of the court. Right now, in the eyes of the court, this baby belongs to Beth.
Then the court is an idiot.
Cassie, listen to me. Please listen to me. I'm not giving up. I love the baby as much as you do. It kills me to give him back.
Then we can't. Then we can't.
Cassie, we have to. We really have to.
You know, this is all your fault.
Sweetheart, don't do this again. You don't mean that. I know
She
you
was
don't.
so nice, Cassie.
Please.
She was so understanding.
Cassie.
You convinced her that she wanted her baby back. Yes, she did. Well, congratulations, Reverend. That's another soul for the Lord. But what about your wife? What about your family?
Cassie, please.
Andrew, if you love me, if you care anything about me, then you'll find a way to help me.
Ooh, I hope this is not radioactive.
Food and more food because Dr. Price needs great quantities of it. And Sheila, what's that?
Last week's pizza.
Yep, that's my pepperoni. Ooh, rest in peace. Sorry, sis.
Don't be sorry, Ben. Read my lips. Get your own apartment.
I'm trying.
Oh, no. Don't try. Do it.
Oh, come on, Sheila, come on. Listen, I got these two distractions. A, I work nonstop in the emergency room. And B, I'm having a lot of fun looking at real estate with Rachel. So why stop?
Excuse me, Mr. Ben Price. Have you forgotten that the lady is spoken for?
Oh, yeah, I know she's got a boyfriend, temporarily. But I also know she's got a great face, brains, talent, and a body. Well, they just don't manufacture in Detroit, now, do they? Listen, the woman is terrific. I mean, she's all that. I mean, she's got the best of Hank and Nora all combined, plus a little something extra.
And that something loves Kevin Buchanan.
Who? You see, it seems we have a bad connection.
Oh, no, dear. You heard me. Kevin and Rachel are happy.
And I think happiness is greatly overrated. Don't you?
I mean it, Ben. Now, I do not like unnecessary surgery in the operating room and in Rachel's life. Okay? Hands off. You got it? Understood? Now, would you please take this? Dispose of it somehow, whatever you have to do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ay. Rachel!
I should have seen it coming. I am so foolish. I am so stupid.
About what?
Kevin, I trusted him, Sheila. I believed him, but he promised me, and now
It can't be all that bad. Andy, what happened? Come on, tell me.
Kevin said that he was going to be in Texas just for a couple of days. I mean, he promised me. And now...
What, he changed the plan?
Yeah, I know. It's silly, but... Sheila, I was looking forward to going to Kane and Tina's wedding shower, and I wanted Kevin to be there with me, you know, so that we could be a couple, along with all the other couples.
Wait. There's more to this than missing a wedding shower, isn't there?
Okay. I hate that he's spending time with Leanne.
Honey, they have a child.
I know, and I know that he had to go down there and take Duke to his mother, but when he said that he'd have to spend a few days so Duke could adjust, I couldn't help picturing them as this perfect family.
Oh, honey, come on. Don't do this to yourself.
I don't want to, Sheila. Part of me just can't help the feeling that part of Kevin is always going to belong to Leanne. And then there's the gift. Oh.
What, the wedding shower?
Yeah. You know how Tina said that she wanted unusual things? Well, Kevin and I were going to perform something. Don't worry, we weren't going to try and compete with you. I mean, Darlene Love and Bill Medley, come on, they're out of our league. But we did plan something. Now I don't have a partner.
Oh, sweet. Excuse me, Rachel. Well, I heard you were looking for a partner. And can I help?
She wasn't advertising,
No,
Ben.
no, Sheila, it's okay. Actually, maybe your brother can help. Dr. Price, do you know any magic tricks?
Tina, my goodness, that's beautiful. I mean, that must have set him back a year's salary.
Oh, yes, it would have, if he had a salary.
Oh, honey, I want you to be so happy.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I have a little, well, it's a little present for you, and it's not really appropriate to give it to you at the shower. Do you mind if I give it to you now?
Oh, Vicky, please. I've never been one to turn down a gift.
I know that I haven't even wrapped it. I know that you and Kane like, well, unusual kind of gifts. So this is not your standard toaster oven or snow blower. It's kind of personal. It belonged to Father, our father.
Thank you, Vicky. Well, as sisters go, you're not that bad, I have to say.
Well, I guess I could say the same for you.
This was our father's.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of picture he kept in here.
I don't know. But then there's so many things I don't know about him.
Well, at least you knew him. I've never even seen him. I mean, just his picture. Did I ever tell you about all the fantasies I used to have about him?
No. What?
Well, when I found out I really was his daughter, I don't know, I wanted to know everything I could about him. I mean, how he laughed, how he spoke, what made him yell at people. And
Well, he certainly did do that.
my father, a good man, tyrant maybe sometimes, but okay. Someone who loved my mother enough to marry her, maybe cared enough about me and my father. Vicky, what's the matter?
It's nothing. Never mind.
Yeah, it's something, Vicky. What is it?
You know, sweetheart, you're my sister. You're his daughter. And I guess you have a right to know
To know what?
how he died.
He died of a stroke, didn't he? That's what everyone says.
Well, I think there was a little more to it than that. And I guess this is something I should have told you a very long time ago.
What are you talking about?
This is about Father and Dorian.
Dorian, I'm your attorney. I need you to be straight with me. Back when Sloane's book came out, I asked you point blank if you had anything to do with Victor Lord's death.
And I told you that I didn't kill him.
Tell me again.
Chet, if my own lawyer doesn't
Dorian,
believe me...
we are not talking about rumors anymore or some book that is going to soil your reputation. We are talking about the DA charging you with murder in the first degree. I can't help you if I don't know the truth. Did you kill Victor Lord?
All right, Chet, it's time you heard the whole story. So sit down, because I'm going to tell you exactly what happened the night Victor died.
Cassie? Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? Cassie, listen to me now, okay? Honey, I know you're hurting, and so am I, but sweetheart, listen to me. We have got to be strong. We've got to control our feelings, and we have to be strong enough to do the right thing here.
You stay strong. You stay controlled. I'm doing what's best for William.
Honey, you're not. You know what you're doing? You're doing exactly what Dorian would do. You are. First, you wanted to buy the baby. Now you're deliberately ignoring the law. That's the way your mother operates. Sweetheart, look at me. That's not you. Come on.
You know what I wish? I wish I were more like my mother. That way, no one could take my baby away from me. Not even my own husband.
Honey, don't you see that you're hurting our cause here? Come on, I know you see that, sweetheart. Honey, the only chance we have to gain custody of William is to do what's right, to obey the law, show them that we can be good parents, good enough to put the welfare of this child before our own needs, even when it hurts us.
Hadn't thought about that.
Okay. And that is the best way of regaining custody.
Of course. The best way.
Cassie, you're really scaring me here. Come on, honey, tell me you understand this, please.
Andrew, could I please have a minute with him?
Honey. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna stall Mr. Delaney as long as I can.
Be very quiet, will you? I know what I have to do now. I'm sorry that I can't back your toys, but I promise you, I will buy you new ones. We just have to get out of here right now, okay? Now, I told Andrew that I would die before I let them take you. But don't worry, will you? I know someone who can help us.
Tell me the story.
Well, there shouldn't really be a story to tell. Victor Lord was a very sick man. Everybody knew that. He should have died peacefully in his sleep, and that would have been an end of it.
But it wasn't. 18 years later, it's still a mystery. Why, Dorian?
I'll tell you why. Because of his private nurse, a woman named Ethel Crawford.
Seems that for the last 18 years, since Father died, Dorian Lord has been sending very hefty sums of money to Nurse Ethel Crawford on a regular basis.
Blackmail.
The night that Victor died, Ethel Crawford said that she saw me do something. Something incriminating.
What did she see you do?
I didn't do anything. But she said that she would go to the police and she would concoct some story if I didn't pay for her silence.
So she manufactured the whole thing just for a payoff. Come on, Dorian, you can do better than that.
Chet! I'm telling you the truth. I swear to you, I didn't do anything to hasten Victor's death.
Then why did you go along with the blackmailing?
Because what choice did I have? I mean, I'd married him against his family's wishes. They bitterly resented me, especially his dearly beloved daughter, Victoria. Why, if the police believed Ethel Crawford's story and they began an investigation against me...
And you would be scared of losing out on the will.
I was afraid of losing out on everything, but most especially my freedom, yes. So I paid the woman's price, and I continued paying it. And eventually the rumors faded away, and people eventually forgot all about Victor Lord and his untimely death. That is until Vicky and Sloan began their latest vendetta against me.
So you panicked.
They sought out Ethel Crawford. They pumped her to get anything that they could out of her that could damage me. I had to take matters into my own hands.
For Dorian to risk being seen with Victor's nurse after all these years, You must have scared her to death.
Yes, I think we did. She was so scared, she didn't even realize that we were following her. Unfortunately, we were too late, because by the time we got to Ethel Crawford's apartment in Virginia, we found her unconscious on the floor with 2 vials of insulin near her. Now, thank goodness she wasn't dead, but she's in a coma.
Oh my God, Vicky, that's terrible. Did she give herself too much insulin, or?
I think it's far more likely that somebody else did. The local police discovered that there were 2 sets of fingerprints on those vials. And the other set of fingerprints matched those that were found all over the apartment. And they all belonged to one person.
Of course my fingerprints were all over Ethel Crawford's apartment. I'm not denying that I was there. But I went there to reason with her, not to kill her. For God's sake, Chet, do you think if I was there to murder her, I wouldn't have covered my tracks better? Worn gloves? Or do you really think I'm that stupid?
Desperate people do stupid things, Dorian.
I wasn't desperate. Okay, I was, but I was desperate to get her out of the country, desperate to get her to stop leeching off me. It was business, not homicide.
Well, I'm glad you can define the difference. See, I don't think the DA will see it the same way. If Hank Gannon thinks you're covering your trail in the death...
Look, I'm already very familiar with the ifs, all right? What I need to know from you is what now, okay? Are they just bluffing? Or am I really in trouble?
Okay. Well, the Charlottesville police haven't charged you in the Crawford case. That, I suppose, is the good news. You stick with your story about the blackmail and that you went to see her to reason with her. I mean, who's to say otherwise?
Let me have the bad news.
If and when Nurse Crawford comes out of her coma, who knows what she'll say? She could back your story. Or she could accuse you of trying to kill her. Just like you killed your husband, Victor Lord.
But I didn't.
Dorian, it's your word against hers. Don't you see? She's a sick old woman who just barely survived an assault on her life. Your fingerprints are everywhere. You've got motive. Do I need to spell it out for you? You better get used to the idea. You could be on trial for murder.
Now watch closely, huh? The hand never leaves the wrist. Now, if my beautiful assistant would say the magic words.
And what are the magic words?
Yes, Ben, I would love to have dinner with you tonight. Okay. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra.
And Shazam! You know, I think it's the handkerchief.
Never give up brain surgery.
Well, yeah, I guess magic is just not my forte.
Oh, Sheila, please. Please be my partner.
Oh, me? Are you kidding? I'm going to be a nervous wreck until Darlene and Bill get here. Why don't you ask Hank to volunteer?
Now, what is so funny?
Oh, your father doing magic tricks.
And it wasn't that funny.
No, come on, think of Dad pulling a rabbit out of his hat.
Okay, enough.
Face it, Rachel. You need me. And a little more practice, we'll be a great team. And when Kevin gets back from Texas, then you can tell him what he missed.
Well, I guess I don't have a choice. I suggest you practice that coin trick.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Oh, man, Sheila, I hate to dump on you and run, but I've got a class. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, and I'll see you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You may be a big boy now, but I can still whip your butt.
Oh, now you pulling that sister rank on me, huh?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Okay. What did I do now, Sheila?
Mama had a cardinal rule, remember? Never take what doesn't belong to you.
Oh, come on. I was just trying to be helpful.
Helping yourself to another man's woman?
The lady needs a magician. Now, Papa's first rule was always help a friend in need. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my favorites here. This is Tina and me at the police station in Florida. Yeah. And here, this is the guy whose wallet I lifted. Borrowed. And here, see? There's the deputy and there's the sheriff. Yeah.
You and Tina have had your share of adventures, haven't you? No, when we put all these together, it is going to make a super book of memories.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see Tina's face when you give this to her at the shower. Really, Renee, thanks a lot. This is great.
Darling, it's my pleasure. But none of this can compare to that absolutely exquisite necklace I saw you give Tina.
Well, I promise to maintain Tina in the manner to which she's accustomed.
She's accustomed to a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I better get a job, huh?
Kane Rogan?
You okay there?
Gainfully employed?
Oh, now, Renee, communism has fallen. The Israelis and the Palestinians are talking. Kane Rogan can get a job. Besides, she is worth it.
You have come a long, long way, darling. A long way. I'm real happy for you.
Thank you.
Now, as soon as you've picked out which one of these that you want to use, you just bring them to me, okay?
Okay, thanks. You're even more beautiful in real life.
From this day on, you're gonna be loved perfectly. Oh. From this day on, you're gonna be loved the way you deserve to be. All your fears can be gone. From this day on.
Mr. Delaney, I really want to thank you for your patience. Really, we appreciate it. And
this is the part of the job I hate, Reverend. But I really do have to insist.
I understand. My wife and I both understand. My wife's going to be down with the baby in just a minute, okay? I'll check on her. Cassie? Cassie, sweetheart, it's time. Honey, I'm afraid it's time.
All right, you've given me the worst case scenario. Now, it's your job to make sure that it never, ever happens.
Dorian, I can't promise.
I pay you the big bucks, Chet. And it's certainly not to take care of my parking violations. I don't care how many arms you have to twist. Make sure that I am not charged in the murder of Victor Lord.
I will do the best I can. But if Hank Gannon concludes from any...
Fine, I'll take care of Hank Gannon. You cover all the other bases, okay? Especially the media. Because if my daughter hears that I'm in any way linked to Ethel Crawford's collapse or to Victor's murder or... Carlotta! It could be very serious. Children's Services... Carlotta! Excuse me. I'll get rid of whoever it is. Why, Cassie?
Are you alone, Mother?
Well, as a matter of fact,
No one can know I'm here. If you have company, I'm leaving.
So, everything points to just one conclusion.
That Dorian wanted to keep Nurse Crawford quiet permanently, so that no one would know that she is the one who killed. When I think of all the times that we spent with her at weddings, at parties, all those times that we smiled at her and tried to be polite when she's the one who killed our father.
I'm sorry, honey. I really should not have told you this now. You and Kane should be happy now.
No, I'm glad you told me, Vicki. I am, because you've been carrying this around on your own for too long.
Well, actually, I've suspected it for a long time. It's only recently that I became convinced that it was true, and Sloan has been there.
At your service. I don't have much time before the plane, but I wanted to say goodbye.
Where are you going, Sloan?
I just told her everything.
Oh, I'm going to Charlottesville.
Ah, to see Nurse Crawford. But Vicki said she's in a coma.
When she comes out of that coma, I want to be the first person she talks to, not Dorian.
And why do you think she would talk to you?
Well, the original plan was to have Vicki there with me. She knew her when she worked for your father.
But, of course, I can't be in two places at one time, and I wanted to be here for your shower.
Oh, no, Vicki, no, I won't let you.
Well, honey, I mean, I want to be here.
Well, I don't want you to be here. I mean, I don't want you to be here if you want to go to Charlottesville. I mean, that's where you should go. You should go do that. You have to just make me one promise that you will be back in time for my wedding.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would be back late tonight, you know. It looks like I can go after all. Do you mind?
No, I think it's a better idea. And I should be here for Andrew and Cassie. They're having a terrible time with this adoption business. No one knows what's going to happen next.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You sure, Tina?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Well, let me just run up and talk to Jessica. I want to make sure she knows where I'm going and that she's all right with this.
All right, I'll
okay?
drive you to the airport.
Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Well, Vicki, it would be the best shower gift I could receive if you finally find out the truth about our father's death.
I will do that, honey. I promise you I will.
Cassie? Cassie, sweetheart? Cassie, don't do this!
I'm in the middle of a business meeting, but I can get rid of the annoying nuisance.
No one can see me.
Don't worry. You stay right here. Be right back.
What was that? Not a summons, I hope?
Goodbye, Chet.
We're not finished.
Yes, we are. Now, you just go and do what I pay you to do.
Well, we need to talk about an increase in my retainer. And if Hank Gannon starts nosing around here, you call me.
I certainly will.
And you take his advice. Don't even think about leaving town, because it'll only make you look guiltier.
Yes,
you got
but you are leaving, aren't you?
Yes,
Goodbye. Thank you so much. But would you mind going by the service entrance, please?
Dorian, I am your attorney, not your garbage collector.
Please, trust me on this. Thank you. Bye-bye. Come on in. You've got my undivided attention. You are another adorable little baby. My
Mother,
goodness,
I
he's
need
so
your help.
cute. Well, of course, I'm always here for you.
Mother, please, this is serious.
I can tell that it is, darling. What is it?
Mother, do you still have the condo in Puerto Rico?
Why, yes. You know, I was thinking of renting it this winter.
Mother, I want you to take us there, William and me.
To Puerto Rico? Why?
Mother, but please, I don't have time to explain. Now, I'm counting on you to help me. I have to get William out of the country right away.